Alright, back again for another supercharged session. I've really wanted to post for the past few days, but just hasn't worked out that way. A couple of updates. So, supercharged every day until yesterday. I had a planned day off yesterday. I think it's very important to take a rest day every now and then if you're sick, tired, injured, whatever. Most of the times it's one day per week, pulling it back, easing the intensity back, but yesterday I needed to take a break given how hectic my work schedule has been lately, and so I think I feel so much better for doing that. I've also been taking some cold showers at the advice of Busy Dad. I hate the cold, I hate the cold weather, but along with Eric McCarty's breathing exercise routines and doing the breathing exercises before taking the cold shower, it's actually helped me mentally prepare to have the cold shower. And during the cold shower, when your body's in shock, there's not that hyperventilation experience if you've practiced or prepared yourself with breathing beforehand. And it wakes me up, makes me feel really alert. I feel great after a cold shower. I'm gonna keep doing it every now and then and just see how it goes. Third thing to talk about is books and burpees. So, real briefly, I don't read that much in terms of, for leisure. I, for work, read a lot. So there's a lot of work-related things that I read. So I won't be going into that kind of stuff. It's more about, books and burpees, novels, and whether it's fiction or non-fiction, but things not related to work. So I have been reading one book. I thought to myself, I should get away from the work-related stuff, just open my mind to a few other things. And I've wanted to read, a couple of classics. And 1984 by George Orwell was something that stood out to me that I, should read. I forget who recommended it or why I thought about reading it. I think it's just a classic and it's mentioned every now and then, and it's where the term Big Brother comes from. So I'm halfway through, or a bit more than halfway through, and what's books and burpees theme about? It's not about a book review, it's more about, I guess, a couple of thoughts on it, what you've learned kind of thing. And so far, this book has really shown me a bit of insight into human psychology and human behavior, especially around the pandemic. Around the pandemic, a lot of people, anti-vaxxers and coming up with crazy ideas about microchips up the nose with the swabs and, just crazy shit. And through the pandemic, I was really, really surprised with the public and their reaction to all of it. And I think it can be explained in this book in regards to fear of the government taking control of every aspect of your life and monitoring every aspect of your life. And this has been a thing that, or a topic that I hear frequently from people that I come across more recently, more after the pandemic than anything, about the government being, trying to control our lives and monitoring what we do. And I think this is a really good book which has a good explanation of, a dystopian reality that could happen if the government was too involved in our lives. If the West became more like North Korea, for example, a totalitarian government with dictatorship, sure, it could happen, but we don't live in a community which has every aspect of our life dominated by politicians and the government, but others would argue otherwise. And I think we do have a lot of freedom, though there is a lot of fear, and I think a lot of fear comes from novels and stories like this. So it is a good read. It's a good insight into how people think and what people fear. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. And I like having a novel to read that's not related to work. Anyway, let's get on to some burpees. That's enough talk. I'm losing weight. I'm down 1 to 1.5 kilos, and that's just with ongoing supercharged burpees, 11 minutes a day, and clean eating. One. Damn it, I've got a cramp in my calf from kneeling down. That's not helpful at all. Yeah, this is really annoying. My toes are cramping up like no one's business. Whew. Maybe it's because I'm on a fast at the moment. Need some electrolytes. Fuck, it's really annoying. I just want to do my supercharged. I don't even remember what I'm up to. 4. Five. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. I think that's 20. Not sure if the previous one I missed out on the Navy SEAL or not. It's all merging together this workout. 20, doesn't matter about the reps. Feeling good, almost 10 minutes. 21. Two, 10 seconds. Time. So, shout out to Simon Tregueza and Chris Shawama. Simon for starting the books and burpees discussion. Chris for shouting me out. Yes, Burpees Bandit is book bandit. More so, textbook bandit. Textbook with burpees. Textbook with work. All right. Another thing to mention with the book 1984, which got me thinking. In the book, there are teams of let's say, how do you say, public servants whose job is to edit the newspapers and print and media according to the wishes of the government. And depending on what the stance of the government is in terms of allies and enemies, they will edit the paradigm of the day by throwing out the old news, editing things, misinforming the public. It gets me to the point, hard copy books, I feel, much better than electronic versions. Number one, I like hard copy books. There's a nice charismatic allure to a good book. Two, you can easily read a textbook or a book, flip the pages very easily, draw on it if you want, highlight things, compared to electronic books, which is a bit harder, and the screen is so bright when you're looking at it. And three, very important to be keeping old books and to be keeping hard copy books, because electronic versions can be altered, and who's gonna know, That's the problem with technology. Things can be altered very easily. So shout out Simon, shout out Chris. I'm not gonna mention anyone to talk about the books. I think I'll leave it there. Shout out Busy Dad for his recommendation of cold therapy. Shout out David Witten for achieving level 4 of the Busy Dad program. Congrats for getting that brown shirt, mate. Do some supercharged burpees in it. I want to see the sweat. Eric McCarty still going strong with the supercharged burpees. I know there's others out there who are commenting. I can't remember. There's a guy doing this whole November of supercharged burpees. He's averaging about 18 reps. I keep forgetting his name or his handle on YouTube, but he knows who I am. He's got a beanie in some cold weather as his profile photo. I'll shout him out next time. Yeah, I feel great. Supercharge is the way to go. I love this. I'm losing weight with fasting and with eating clean, but I'm gaining muscle. And with the supercharged burpees, I was putting on weight. It's muscle. When I was doing burpees before, sure, I looked fit, but didn't look built. Supercharged burpees are making me look jacked, and I'm getting comments as well, you know. I am getting comments from people, and that's when you know, that is when you know it is working. So at one point I'm going to shout out, I'll mention him here, but I'll formally tag him, Lee from Strong and Conditioned. I want him to try this 11-minute workout of the Supercharged burpees, because Lee was actually part inspiration for the Army Ranger, the 2-pump Army Ranger, or the 2-pump burpee with the kick out in between. One of his videos was discussing that it's much better than just a single 2-pump and better than an 8-count bodybuilder. So yeah, at one point I'll shout Lee out properly, hopefully get him on board. But like the Busy Dad, he's got thousands of subscribers and followers now. We'll see if he responds. Anyway, that's that. I feel great. I'm gonna go eat, be merry, and maybe I should read a bit more of my book. Salute.